my god. Do you want to veto first, or do you want to let him veto first?
He could veto
We'll do
first.
this like football. Okay, so he is? He's going first?
Yes, he is.
Okay, sweet. So Lucas, you have your choice out of the 9 maps I just listed of which one you want to eliminate.
Damn, I gotta take a shit.
Okay, skyscraper's out. Deadly.
Cool, consulate.
Consulate's out. Alright, on you, Lucas. It's just gonna be back and forth from here. So the remaining maps we have are Bank, Border, Chalet, Clubhouse, Cafe, Coastline, and Oregon. Okay, Deadly.
Bank.
Alright, Bank's out. On you, Lucas, my guy. Oregon's out, and he's taking a piss on Mike. Okay. On you, Dudley.
What's left?
Border, Clubhouse, Cafe, and Coastline.
Oh hell. Oh hell. God damn it, flush. Alright,
So
yeah,
that
get
way,
border out.
okay. So this was the last veto then, Lucas. So you have your choice between Clubhouse, Cafe, or Coastline. Coastline? Okay, since you vetoed first, then Dudley, you get to choose the second map.
Let's get it. What is it, Clubhouse?
Clubhouse and Cafe.
Clubhouse.
Okay, sweet. And then your other side of map will be Cafe. So, actually, LTC, we're gonna have the first map be played on a theme park.
The first one's on theme park?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She shattered on my dick.
Okay, so LTC is gonna be guest commentating this match. So
Ooh.
he's gonna be your host.
Oh, hold on. I'm seeing I have her muted.
Yeah, I know he
That's a mean
was
thing to say to
part
your
of
cousin.
you. You guys are cousins? Holy shit. I just heard about that today too.
What happened?
Okay. Unseen joined full.
Oh,
Party chats again. So, when both of you guys are in the game, invite your team list, and then everybody has to hit the ready button so LTC knows when to start it.
yep.
Damn, she farted on my dick.
So, yeah, good luck, guys. Yeah, 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 you guys can leave if you guys choose.
I was gonna say I'm gonna do my good luck charm, but I have no idea what that is, so I'm just gonna leave.
Alright, did you lock this party? Okay.
Yeah, I made sure to lock it after Unseen joined. I was like, no one else is joining this shit.
Yeah, I don't want to have that. Alright,
Okay. Did you
so
get the map set up?
yep, they're already in the party. They're all adding their teams. So,
Okay. So,
did you
Theme
get,
Park, Clubhouse, and Cafe, right?
yep.
Okay, sweet.
Clubhouse
Yeah.
Cafe, yep. So, that's all set. Did you get the invitation to the stream?
To the stream, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so it's set as private. So I think you're gonna be the only one. I guess the subscribers maybe can see that, but I have like 2 or 1 subscriber. So
I'll sub, my guy. Just subscribed, my guy. I got you, man.
nice. So you're all good then.
Okay.
Yep, and then I guess the chat's open if you need to say anything, but we can talk, so.
Alright, so the way I'm gonna start this is that I'm gonna like just tell me when you're starting the match, and then like I'll introduce myself and then you, and then I'll let you just take over from there.
Okay, I'll just give you the lead and then you kind of follow.
Yeah,
See,
like I'll introduce, and then like after I get done introducing, then I'm just gonna let you like do your thing and cast the match.
okay. Do you can you see if the game comes through to spectate?
What do you mean?
Like if you go into custom games and find NGT, or are we just not?
No, it wouldn't work because it's not player hosted. Because you started as a spectator instead of a commentator, or as a spectator instead of a player.
Okay. What seed are these two teams? What are the two teams? Lucas is on what? The toilet paper gaming?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, LT. I was talking to my sister. So Lucas is on team T.P.G or Toilet Paper Gaming, and Deadly Zodiac is Evolution.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so I guess we can do what it is it's going to turn into probably I do the live updates and like events and stuff as they happen, and then you would just be the guy that fills in the void, right?
Yeah, so like you basically like you're gonna be taking the control most of the time, so you're gonna be like so and so gets a headshot, they're flanking from around here, they're gonna push this side, and then like so you tell me what's happening in game, and then like I'll elaborate on it. I'll be like, yeah, that was a really nice play, this is a really nice strat, this team really did well on this, and this.
Yeah,
you know?
I gotcha. Okay. This is a really nice strat. Alright, so we got Toilet Paper Gang and Evolution, right? Evolution's actually pretty far up there. They have quite a few points this season, don't they?
I think the lead points is pro right now.
Yep. Let's see, I'm going to look at the last thing you posted. Alright, so pro's at 42, Evo at 33. Alright.
And your team, I think, is like third or fourth.
Yeah, I think we're in third place, yeah. Alright, I'm going to jump over to game chat real quick and see what they're saying, if they're ready. Oh, they might all be in party chat, actually. Never mind.
Just whenever you see all of them, hit the ready button, then just start it. And then I'll introduce as soon as you start it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just let you know. Okay. Looks like they're all ready. Go ahead.
Alright, did you start it?
No, not yet. You want me to hit go?
Yeah, just go.
Okay, it's in. Fired up.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the NGT Season 5 qualifiers. I am your commentator, Scaramsucks, and today we have a guest host, which is LTC Colnitis from Team P.G. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be here. Looking to help out Scarams with a quick game here, give a little bit input from another team, see how everybody's strats kind of compare across the board, and see how we all work.
So, today we have a new team playing this evening. We actually have a team called Toilet Paper Gaming. Kind of an odd name, but they're going up against one of the more familiar faces in the tournament, Evolution. I haven't really seen that much from T.P.G. They're coming into the tournament this season, and so far they look like they stand a pretty good chance against Evolution rank-wise or stat-wise. Attackers need to locate what do you want to add on to that, LT?
No, it's just we'll see how they play. We haven't seen a lot of the new teams. It's always been like, you know, the few consistent teams that have continued to play through this throughout the season. So it's nice to see some, you know, fresh blood coming in. It looks like they picked the Gargoyle spawn point. I know not too many people are very familiar with this map. I know I'm not, but we'll see how this plays out. I guess it'll be interesting to see a new map thrown into the rotation. Get a, you know, some new fresh blood kind of map-wise. See what everybody's doing. Get the new characters in here too.
Oh yeah, we've actually seen them being played a lot in the recent qualifiers ever since the update. A lot of Ella, a lot of Legion, and not too much of Ying, but we've seen her used, I guess, not quite often, but I guess sometimes, like situational wise.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of how it's going to be. Not every time, every situation calls for each operator. That's why you see such a rotation. And that's another thing too. I think that plays into it is you'll see how the new operators, the more operators that get thrown into the mix, the more opportunities you have for the variety to expand. So I think that's definitely a big thing. Looks like you see a pretty dispersed defensive strategy here starting out by EVA. Everybody's kind of dispersed evenly throughout the map. Nobody's really crowded on the objective or in one room. Everybody's on the same floor, but other than that, everything's pretty spread out. I think that's going to be a good strategy, at least to start off here, because they're going to have to find the enemy, figure out where they're coming in from, strategize some sort of defense to react to the contact that they first receive, and then try and keep that contact so that they can maintain their flanks and keep their momentum going throughout the defense.
And
Right now
looking at the attacker side, looks like they're pretty tight together. Looks like they know where they want to push. They know, like, I think they have a plan in mind, but I don't know how they're going to execute it quite yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to start right down the center of the map. So they came in on the roof. They're pushing right through the center of the map. They're coming in, I think that's at the middle train room. It's kind of like a trolley system that runs down the center there. They're coming in on the east side, so it's where all those tiny little rooms are. Subdivided. You got Twitch is in first with it looks like IQ or someone else is trying to at least drone in for her. We'll see where we make first contact. It's be interesting to see how things play out. Let's see if we can follow IQ here for a second and watch her.
This is actually a really weird push. I mean, Twitch just pushing completely by herself. I mean, with the help of
we lost Reaper, just took down Scarlet Vampire. They're off the objective. We have so there's the first kill of the season. First kill of the game, at least, I should say. Ella making that first impression. There you go, Ella. Looks like she's right around the corner. About to catch someone else. Here we go. Look at that. There, Ella catches Ash as she tries to rush in, throws another one of her grenades on the wall, trying to catch a second one. She's got IQ working around just next to her on the other side of this wall. The diffuser's now down. We got Ella watching it. Upstairs, now it's going to be Ella and IQ working this one. Going us against each other. IQ know Ella's in the room somewhere. There you go, just picked up the diffuser and got out quick. Look at that. God, she got out quickly. There you go. IQ's running up against Bandit, takes out Bandit quickly. Then Ella comes from behind. A quick flank, there you go. That's a good move by Ella. Keeping eyes on the objective. Keeping eyes on the diffuser. Understanding where it is she needs to play and stay active. Smoke's a contact, he's just trying to hold off the objective down here in the back.
5 seconds left.
And looking at Ella's weapon choice, she's actually using the shotgun, which is not typically used for aggressive play.
Right, yeah, that is a unique choice. Deadly Zodiac picking up the final kill to take the round for his team. Well played there on defense. The dispersed strategy seemed to work. They did exactly that. They found where the guys were first coming in at. They took out their first one. Ella with first contact with the person carrying the diffuser, had the diffuser right in the room, was able to put down a couple of her Garmount mines in the room and just hold that position. And then, of course, IQ came through pretty quickly, but that didn't last very long. So first round looks like it goes to Eva. Well played.
And that just shows, like, map knowledge. I mean, on a new map like Theme Park, you typically don't want to disperse your defense all that much because you don't know all the rotations, you don't know the little cheeky plays where the walls connect and everything. But doing that, they showed decent map knowledge and they use that to their advantage against a team who doesn't have that map knowledge.
Right. Yep. And that usually is what's going to happen on these new maps. It's going to be whoever knows the most. Not necessarily all the time. Obviously, skill comes into it a little bit, but the more you know the map, the more you can determine and play out the enemy scenario. So, especially on defense, I think it really comes into effect when you can outmaneuver and conduct your flanks and stuff, and be able to hold and know where the choke points are.
And they actually went for an interesting operator choice. They picked Echo.
Yeah.
I don't agree with Echo personally. I mean, he can be a good operator, but on a very open map where destructibility is really heavy, I don't suggest using him. I mean, he has a shield right in front of him to somewhat protect him. But if you look at the walls in the objective and like the catty cornered walls, you could see that they're completely breachable.
Yeah, right, exactly. And we'll see how this objective works, because I think Echo's more of an operator you use when you can't necessarily see what it is you need to stop defusing, because that's what he is. Really on bomb, he is there to defend that plant. Stop the enemy from getting that momentum off an early plant or that late clutch plant, to stop the timer. So these two objectives really are kind of right next to each other, and with the hole they put in the wall there on defense, it allows them to maneuver quickly and have a line of sight. So using the Echo is going to be a unique choice, and we'll see how they actually play it. You see Ella and Pulse both on the objective as well. You got, looks like first contacts coming over here in the terms of Legion. There you go, Legion got the first kill there. Taking out Thatcher off the objective. Setting up a solid defense. Next contact coming from Habana. Habana with the kill. I'll try to move off the objective. Next one's going to be a Legion. Look at Legion. There you go with the knife. Taking out Sodi. That's going to be the diffuser too. So now they have the diffuser just outside the objective in the train room. Legion's got a couple of his mines surrounding it. So he's definitely got eyes on, and he has a tracker. So he's going to be able to determine when and if anybody goes in there to take that. That's going to be pretty good for the defense. Might see them shift off the objective here a little bit and try and play that. Paul's trying to play the peak.
What a big play by T.P.G. Getting first 2 picks and one of them actually being bomb carrier. That was actually pretty big for them.
Right. And that's how it's gone. The last 2 rounds has been bomb carrier, seems like, the first couple kills. So now we got an exchange between Pulse. Ooh, Pulse with it. Okay, so he tries to throw the C4. Doesn't make it connect. They're going to stay in a quick engagement here. It's him and Ying. And off the objective with Twitch, picks up Scarlet Vampire. It's going to be big for the offense team, picking up the next defender. So the defense is left with 3. It's a 3-on-3 right now. There you go, and Twitch bringing up the second kill. So now it's 3-on-2 in favor of the offense. Offense just has to push the objective. They got Pulse and Echo left. Twitch knows exactly where Pulse is and picks up the kill. Well done, and there you go. So Twitch came through big for her team on that one. There's no doubt about that. Picking up those 3 kills kind of mid to late in the round, and then Legion with that early diffuser drop I thought was going to be more pivotal, but it more or less, I guess, just delayed them trying to get back to it than actually helping on the defense in the long run.
Very good attacking round, especially for Evolution. Even after losing 2 players initially at the beginning of the round, they were still able to come back and finish off the rest of the players. And I'm actually attributing that to the fact of, like I said earlier, map knowledge. They didn't really feel comfortable with pushing out around the objective because they didn't know where all the rooms and all the entrances were.
Yeah, right. I don't know about you. Have you guys played this map too much? My map knowledge here isn't too much to really brag about. But this spawn here that they keep picking in the front, the one they played last round and the one they're playing this round, this is really only the one I know. And it's just because that front door down there in the front lobby is just a big open space, and that really is the only thing I can pick up on. But these guys seem to have at least something gathered, at least in terms of that the second floor. It seems like it seems to be a favorite on the defense.
And that's just probably going to be the most typical picks, I mean, for teams just in general, because, like I said, just map knowledge, I can't really stress that enough. I mean, Theme Park is a really new map, so I don't expect anybody to really have any, like, crazy strats or anything like that. But it looks like Evolution at least somewhat knows what they're doing, and then same thing for T.P.G. They have a general map knowledge, just not to the extent of Evolution. But I think T.P.G might actually be able to come back and win this, considering they have a Blackbeard and a Bug to really open up these balls and these destructible objects and surfaces like I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how this round plays out. It's interesting. I think Evo's got a pretty solid understanding of, at least on the basic level of this map. Maybe not the multi-dimensional, but at least in a 2D, playing field, they kind of understand what it is they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish, what they're trying to get at. It seems like the defense is consistently pretty spread out. I know they have Cav on the second floor down there trying to roam, pick up, an early kill, maybe someone off the objective trying to get in. But other than that, the whole rest of the team is spread across the second floor, trying to just either hold angles or watch entrances. I think it's pretty interesting to see.
Caviera just in itself is a pretty interesting pick. We don't see her picked too often in competitive play in general.
Yeah, right. She's going to be, you know, one of your faster operators, but typically doesn't bring too much to the fight. Oh, and there goes Havana. Picked up off the bat, right by Deadly Zodiac as she approaches the objective. Didn't really have too many angles watched. He's sitting right there next to the bomb, able to pick up that early kill. I think it's going to be pretty big for the defense on this one, especially offense losing that early momentum. It seems to be a critical factor in success at the end of the round. Switch back to Ella. She's roaming off the objective, and we'll watch a little bit of Caveira too here. And Cav's trying to close in. She's been called in by her teammates, probably getting feed on where the enemy's coming in, where they're approaching. She seems to kind of know she's in the area. She's in the general vicinity here. Blackbeard might be the first one we picked up. He's in a little bit of an angle shootout here with Ella. Ella's kind of dropping back to the objective, pulling off, giving them both a chance to reload, regain their bearings, and then reevaluate what process they're trying to take to get on the objective. Very slow push. I think it comes back to, again, that map knowledge. They know Evo seems to have a pretty decent understanding of the angles and where they want to sit, at least start these rounds off. Ooh, and Bandit picking up the next early kill. Like Ella and Twitch. There you go, Ella with a quick pick off. Reaper putting it down on Lucas, taking out the team captain. Next one's IQ's on the rooftop. There you go, and Zodiac finishing off Morphine. Fruity Nuts taking out Gamer. So there you go.
Wow.
Like I said, that's just that early first kill, brings it in for the defense, and then really sets the tempo and momentum for the whole rest of the team throughout the round, and creates a pressure on the offense where they have to make something work in order to, you know, get that that level playing field back.
You're absolutely right, LTC, and just it drops the motivation for the team.
Right.
Just so much after losing that one player, because now not only do you have a player down, but you also have to compensate for that one player being down.
Right.
And especially if that player is one of your top fraggers, like they get a lot of kills, they really carry the team in kills, then that's really not good. Or even worse, if they're also holding the defuser.
Yeah, and that's, I think, worst case scenario, absolutely. You definitely do not want that first man down to be your diffuser operator. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so coming in now with the new season update, we can operate more drones, right? So they can put all 10 drones essentially on the field at a single time. That's really, if you ask me, that's probably the only benefit of losing someone early is you get somebody quick on drones they can watch. So when you have roamers and stuff, I guess they can watch a flank. But dropping that early attacker is definitely critical to momentum and morale, both.
10 seconds left.
And I mean, even after we saw T.P.G just getting eliminated one by one, we actually saw the push start to slow down tremendously. After getting after losing 1 to 2 players, they just didn't want to push out. They just wanted to hold angles. They just wanted they were basically hoping for Evolution to push them and then just get easy kills. But Evolution's a good team. They know not to push. They know that they're defending, not attacking, and they're just gonna hold their angles.
Yep. Yeah, and you can see that. That's probably the most apparent thing as soon as you start watching. Yeah, that's exactly what you see right off the bat. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Ash picks up the quick entrance kill, trying to push in through that front entrance. We're going to watch her. Let's get down and get on Ash's level. There you go. Ash is hit by the guard mount. Trying to push Ella. Looks like Ella, Ash, and Blackbeard both trying to pinch her off. They kind of have an idea where she's at on the map. Maybe not exactly where. Oh, and there we go. Cav and Ash getting in it. Looks like Cav downed Ash. Has no idea that she's down, though. Might just leave her there. I think if Blackbeard's close enough, he's going to be able to pick her up. And Cav's going to try and push her around. Maybe pick that kill up, understanding that she didn't get the kill. There you go, Blackbeard picking her up. And Ash is back in the game. So there you go. They were able to maintain that that strong start, and they weren't able to lose. There you go, first engagement. There you go. So attackers have now taken a 5-2 lead on the enemy, and that's really going to set the momentum for the rest of this defense. There you go. Next drop, Cynical's on Lucas. Last one's Ella. Ella just hit 2 of her guard mount mines on Thatcher, and it looks like either Deadly Zodiac or Cynical's got hit, and Cynical's pick up the last kill on Charisma Yabar. Yeah, there wasn't much that they had left.
Yeah. They basically just they picked off the runners really on. That was good of Evolution, and then they really just collapsed on the objective, and there wasn't you know, anything that was viable for the defense. Caveira, actually, if she would have realized that that was an injure, she could have gotten that interrogation. That probably could have flipped this round just completely.
Yeah, either she could have picked up the kill, because Ash was the one that obviously rushed the objective there in the end, got that final flank on Ella, which I'm sure was going to happen eventually. But, I mean, it always comes into third and second order effects of what's going to happen down the line if you don't pick up this kill. And a lot of times that comes into effect with Cap. People try and risk an interrogation where maybe instead of getting you just go had the operator down. You can parent just by watching. But that's definitely a big thing. You just want to pick up. If someone's down on the ground, you want to do anything, you know, just to confirm that you got a kill, because she knew that more than one person was on that room, and definitely had backup on that teammate. Probably a smart choice. Stay alive in the end.
And that's why we don't see Cat being picked more than often, because there's no points. I mean, destroying drones, I mean, getting injured, like shooting your own team, you don't get any points. So she didn't see the plus 50 injure on her screen. And not even that, it's that when you start playing against higher level players such as platinums, diamonds, and sometimes even high golds, you start to realize that they don't really leave any open areas for Caviera. They typically, you know, stay together as a tight-knit group, and you don't really have that opportunity to get that interrogation.
There you go, Jaeger picking up the first kill on the Psy Gamer. Cynical's holding his angles, keeping things tight, watching good spots. Not sure how that just happened right there. It looked like IQ was inside the objective, jumped in, got hit by one of the goo mines, had Bandit just on the other side of one of the walls there, but was able to still jump out and then take out that mine in the end. Interesting turn of events that just occurred right in front of us. It's strange to see how that happened.
I'm surprised Sodi didn't get that kill, actually.
Oh, here we go! Grenade just off the wall. Didn't quite get that grenade in the room like she was trying to execute. It would have picked up a good kill on Bandit, but she looks like it missed the wall, missed the door that she was shooting for. Still trying to peek the objective, make something happen, get some momentum back on the offense. The defense right now has stalled any sort of movement or push that they used to have. Looks like Bandit might get hit right here. Nope. Grenade goes right over his head. Buck's still trying to peek the window, push himself into the objective on that bomb B site. Just kind of watch Paul sitting right there below the window, trying to do a call out, get some information for his team, understand. Push the C3 forward the wall. Doesn't get anything. Nothing connects. And it looks like Buck's going to try and rotate off. Reaper picking up the Chrisma Yabar kill on the other side. Buck trying to push something, make it happen. Cynicals, same thing. Pushing on the outside. There we go. We got Bandit coming out, pushing outside. Really pushing the pressure on Ying. Trying to get back on the objective, make himself safe, and does it all without getting killed. That's impressive. Well done. Here we go. Last one, Buck. Buck's going to try and pick up Ying, and it doesn't work out. Deadly Zodiac stops that from happening. Puts it on you, Lucas. That'll end the round. Yeah, it looks like another good job by the defense. Again, Eva clearly has a stronger understanding of the map. They know the angles, they know the places they can run out. It looks like they have at least a decent understanding upstairs, maybe not so much downstairs, but they do favor the upstairs, and it seems to do pretty well, especially on defense. They can spread themselves out, definitely hold all the entrances, and determine where it is they need to begin their flanks and hold their main body.
And not even that, they're a really aggressive team. I mean, you just... in the last round here, we saw, I think, every team member on the defense run out of the building to secure the last, like, 3 or 4 kills. And so that was actually a really nice play. I actually thought that was going to turn because, I mean, you could get spotted and you could just line up your shots. But it worked out for them, so that's really nice.
Yeah, it did. They definitely were able to push. They didn't have really too much to risk without losing a round there. They were able to, you know, take it to them and push out without really any threat of consequences affecting them down the road. So, I mean, always able to make some more daring moves when you don't have those risks against the reward.
So we are going to see both teams go on their 5-minute break right now. But the next map is actually going to be on Clubhouse, and I think it's going to be a better match for the simple reason that it's been in the game for a long time. It's actually one of the default maps, and everyone has a general understanding of where they want to play, where they want to spawn, where they want to do that.
Yep. This is going to be one of the more well-known maps in the game. There are, you know, angles, positions, corners, hatches, all that stuff. The jobs and the roles will be more defined. I know it is definitely on our team. It's definitely far more manageable playing a map, you know, especially something like Clubhouse where, you know, everybody's pretty comfortable and familiar with it. Being able to push different places, you really have strategies lined up. So if you need to push, and you have strategy developed. Whereas playing something like the last one, definitely not the same case.
Yeah, that's
Well, I hope they're
yeah,
hope everything's good over there on that side.
yeah, same. Anyways, looking at the events that unfolded last round, it was a 5-0.
Yeah.
Didn't look like T.P.G really stood that much of a chance. They had a few good rounds in. They got a few of the players of Evolution, but for the most part, it looked heavily one-sided for Evolution there. And being a new team coming in to the NGT, I don't think they were really just prepared for that level of competitive play. I mean, you could
Right.
ask anybody from, I mean, that's been playing in the NGTs for a while. And you could ask them, is it different between playing ranked and playing this type of competitively? And almost all of them will say yes. It's
Yeah.
just a different feel. Knowing your enemy is just knowing that they're good players and that they know you just as equal as you know them. It's gonna make for a lot harder match because they know how to counter you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, exactly that. You'll learn kind of what the other team has to offer and what it is they like to do and where they like to go and strategies and techniques and plays and stuff that they get. I know when we go up against certain teams, we have a good solid understanding and an idea like, hey, these guys really like to do X, Y, Z, and we can, tailor what we do, against that. And that's big, especially in attacking. Um,
Alright, sorry about that. I was actually messaging somebody.
oh no.
But yeah, I mean, Evolution is definitely just Evolution themselves are one of those people, well, not one of those people, but one of those teams that are really I'm not gonna say well balanced, well trained per se in this type of competitive play. They've been playing in it a while. They have a lot of experience, and they have a lot of good strategies that work against even the better teams of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So picking them as a first qualifier is definitely bold.
Yeah, yeah, and they're actually a team that has at least played together for a while. I know Deadly Zodiac, Fruity Nuts, Zodi, and the Reaper are guys that I've seen play multiple times. I think we've even played them a few times. So I definitely know those four. Cynical's not so much. He might be either a sub for the night or a new guy to the roster or somebody deep on the bench. But I do know the four guys are like their starters from as much as I know. Um, in terms of the other team, it's just going to be see who keeps coming back, and the more they play together, the more that they'll learn how each other operates, and I think that's a big step for a team. Learning how the rest of you guys will work together and play together.
Team chemistry is definitely one of the big things, especially in a game like Siege, where you really need that level of communication and strategy to really prevail against really good
Mm-hmm.
teams.
Yeah. Yep.
So we are gonna
So
see the 5-minute break ending here shortly as the players start readying English. I swear I speak it.
words are good.
readying up, and Clubhouse. Like I said, it's one of those maps that everyone's knows, so I expect to see a better match for both sides.
Yeah, I do too. Much more intense and probably more strategic, at least in terms of developed strategies. All right, looks like everybody's ready. I'm gonna get this game on the road before anybody else drops out or loses connection. So here we go. We're gonna start match 2, Clubhouse. This is gonna be good. This is personally one of my more favorite maps. I have a few obviously there at the top, and this is gonna be one of them just because it's one that's been rehearsed. You know the map inside and out. You know what walls you can shoot through, what floors you can shoot through, what hatches need to be open, when, timing. Like an order and sequence of events. These are very, I'm not gonna say spread out maps, but maps that are easy to both defend and attack. As long as you have coordinated strategies and understand both sides of the ball, it's definitely one of my favorite maps to play on.
Yeah, and what I would really like to see from qualifiers is actually bank. I don't think we've seen
Bank?
a single bank qualifier.
No, we've played. I think we actually have played it twice. To be honest with you, we might have played it twice.
Oh, really?
I don't know
Oh,
if the maps have been
really?
posted yet because we're still kind of waiting on those ones. But I do know that we played Team Pro on. I'm pretty sure it was Team Pro on Bank. It might have been our first or second map.
Oh,
But
yeah. Well,
that's
yeah,
a super spread out. That's a very spread out map. It's very diverse, so like late flanks are almost critical on that, especially if you're defending downstairs and you're trying to get that server room flank on Bank. I think that's definitely a huge map, and those kind of things can come into play. You got Twitch is hitting up L. Looks like probably hit her 2 or 3 times. That's kind of funny. I think Reaper was letting it happen too. He was just kind of sitting there and letting her twitch away. At least that's the way it appeared. If he wasn't, well played, but not sure if that was the goal he was going for. It looks like Bandit's going to go straight to the garage and find a nice perch. Wait for anybody to come into this front door. He's got a wicked angle here. They are going to drone, so that might play into something, but he's watching IQ. IQ comes through. Oh, he waits. He's holding. Good tactical patience here. He might be trying to draw another player in. He's got IQ just below the ladder. I don't know if he knows that there's a second player in. He's got Lucas. Now he's got 3 players inside. Zygamer's going to pick up Fruity Nuts off the early kill, and he's waiting for them all to drop downstairs. Look at that. He let all 3 players go down. He's going to sit up in these rafters. He's going to wait for them to go down to where he can get a solid flank and not be flanked himself. It's pretty smart. It's going to give him a pretty good advantage here. Start the defense off right if he can make this work. Here you go. He's going to get the second kill on the Reaper down on the objective. Bandit's not going to watch his back. He's going to get Habana. There you go. He makes a quick turn, flicks on Habana, gets several body shots, land it, and makes a good solid kill. IQ's going to be the next one to drop. Bandit and Legion are flanking on Buck. Get the Buck kill. Well played. Well played, guys. That was very impressive. Good flank. And there you go. Zygamer up top. Looks like he's going to be running Twitch and just playing that quick pick up one at a time. Wait as they push you, kind of draw the enemy and just slowly attrit the enemy as they keep trying to push out and just make bad decisions. He was able to get a diffuser. It looks like that's probably what he was going into the garage for. Pick up that diffuser and then run himself over. He's going to get hit by an Ella mine. Probably expect Ella to come around somewhere quick. No one upstairs. Ella is down for this map. He's got 2 players left. Both of them are playing down on the objective. He's got Bandit. He's going to make first contact with Bandit, and looks like Jaeger's waiting on the far side of this hallway. Jaeger might make the spot, make the call out. Looks like he's trying to run the flank. Twitch gets dropped by Cynicals. Zygamer, well played there. Takes out 3 kills early in the map, and then tries to make the last push with the diffuser into the objective. But you got Cynicals here watching as he comes into the church. Good defense. Good solid defense there. See, that's another thing that's going to play. These guys need walls to open up. They kind of have an understanding of where it is that they want to flank. Bandit obviously had a perch picked out where he's made a few probably pretty stellar plays in the past, and knows that he could pick up at least 1 if not 2. And he just so happened to pick up one on Ash, who was carrying the diffuser. I think that set the tone early in the game.
And very nice, diverse playstyle by Twitch. I mean, she was able to really be patient and really draw her enemy towards her. She knows she didn't have to push that, and then she just waited for the enemies to just fall into her line of sight and just get easy picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see how they decide to run this. This is going to be the new team running their new, well, probably not their new defense, but at least get to watch and spectate and see how these guys decide to set things up.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Calling out, get hatches. Obviously don't want to forget anything up top. Those are always a critical point when it comes to securing a solid defense.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are
Alright,
moving.
looks like I'm going to spawn out on the construction site. Go ahead.
Has been dropped.
And the first round went to Evolution, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Sorry, I get mixed up sometimes. I'm just focusing on the players, dude. I'm not even on the team.
Yeah. Ooh. Looks like Ash decided to just back off just before Ella came around the corner and tried to peek it. Reaper, you got a little game in here between Reaper and Zygamer. Zygamer's going to try and relocate, find another spot. Understanding he's just trying to trick the enemy, draw time, open up the walls. He's going to pick up the open on Reaper and drops him on the other side. See, that's critical there. Coming around with that flank, keeping him drawn onto one spot, and then pretty much pulling one hand and showing him the other. That's a pretty good move there. Well played. It's going to be critical there because you're getting that early kill on the attackers. Going to slow down a little bit of the momentum. He understands that they're probably pushing in the kitchen. He's got at least contact with somebody. He knows that there's something happening in the kitchen. They're going to kind of start to adjust their defense, it looks like, off of that call-out. You got Sodi just outside. He's going to start his drone. You got Deadly Zodiac and Sodi working together, trying to clear out this kitchen, understand that they need to open this hatch and get that going. They still have Habana left. That's probably pretty smart, keeping Habana alive. Although it's not reinforced, so that's interesting that he's making that choice, unless Deadly Zodiac just didn't bring along any breaching charges. You got Zygamer still watching this angle where he picked up Thatcher from. He's going to drop back, continue to observe in the garage. We got Blackbeard. He's going to try and drone. He might know that Zygamer's out there in the hallway. It sounds like he just heard something probably on the drone. He's going to wait for Zygamer to come through. And then they're going to be this quick exchange of bullets. Goes on knees, and Blackbeard takes out the kill on top. Well, Joan Cynicals. Zygamer is going to be that critical roamer that they drop now so they can kind of more focus on the objective and begin this push. Looks like they got a couple guys dropping on the objective. I'm going to switch over to Habana and see. Habana's going for the plant. Going for the plant and back to the objective with the other two dropping in, trying to defend him. Bandits on the backside trying to stop the attackers as they try to defend this diffuser. Ash is the last one left. Doesn't look like Ash is going to be able to pull this off, and she doesn't. Lucas is going to go in for the defuse, and it looks like this second round, so the first one of their defense, is going to go to T.P.G. Not bad play. I mean, Evo wasn't expecting Ella to move out that quickly, and I know that Thatcher was definitely watching that flank up top, trying to protect the kitchen, and then with Ella coming through and opening up that side door as quickly as she did, she was able to gain a quick line of sight on him and drop him pretty early. And that definitely, I think, set the tone, because now they had to worry about Ella, and they know that Ella is somebody that's going to be roaming around up top, causes problems, and definitely drawing off the time on the clock.
Yeah, very nice defensive hold by T.P.G, and even getting around onto Evolution. Hopefully this brings their motivation back up just a little bit to hopefully get them to play more aggressively, more openly, so that way they could play even better against this team.
Defenders,
yeah.
protect your bombs from being
Yep,
defused
I
by
think it's
attackers.
big to get at least one win in the books. Starts off, gets a little bit of motivation going, gets the guys back in the game. You know, then you kind of tell yourself, hey, we can do this. Not to worry about these guys at all. We are definitely capable of standing up, and I think that it's interesting to see how that first map is going to play into their confidence here. Maybe they can pull out a couple more wins, and then, you know, get back what little momentum they lost off that first map. I think, you know, playing a map that nobody really knows off the bat can be a little detrimental, I think, to the team, especially if you lose and get blown out, you know, quickly the way they did. But definitely coming back, winning this first round, showing that they're tied and they're not to be, you know, completely ignored. We'll see if they can come in and make a bigger statement here in the following rounds.
And I actually hope that T.P.G, almost said T.P.G for a second, sorry about that. But
it's gonna happen a lot, I feel.
T.P.G, yeah, hopefully T.P.G can make a name for themselves here. They've gotten around on Evolution, and if they could bring this into a game 3 even, that's just something to brag about in itself.
Right. The first kill get picked up by Fruity Nuts. He's going to pick up, who's at Twitch, right outside the objective. And I think that's going to be a big, big play, because as we've seen in the prior rounds, Twitch is going to be making a lot of those critical pickups as the defenders kind of roam off by themselves one at a time. Looks like the rest of the defense is kind of spread across the whole first floor. They have one defender up in cash room. That's going to be Deadly Zodiac. He's definitely capable of being on his own. I'm not sure if the attacking team understands that yet, that he's up there. It looks like Ash is trying to do something, maybe drone him out, understands that she needs to find out where he is, kind of make a push. Nope, looks like Ash is actually on the objective. So maybe they don't understand that they have a defender upstairs off the side. Legion's getting some call-outs by his teammates. He kind of knows somebody's starting to push into the objective. You got Jaeger and Pulse both trying to hold angles. It's interesting they didn't choose any defenders that are bringing ACOGs to the fight, especially on holding this bomb B plant. This is that's definitely something you want. You know, you want to have an ACOG holding that line. Usually it's an Echo. It looks like the first exchange is going to get here between Blackbeard. Deadly Zodiac's going to pick up the kill on Lucas. I'm not sure Lucas was completely aware that you had Deadly Zodiac sitting upstairs like that. And Deadly Zodiac with his traps sitting around waiting, finding the one lone attacker that's by himself trying to push upstairs. That was a good pickup. That early momentum is going to be lost by the attacking team. We'll see how they pick it up and try and make up for the 2 losses now that they're down 3-5. There you go. Second one, Ash is going to drop by Pulse, is holding the angle, sitting on the objective. Fruity Nuts against Ghost Style.
Defender is approaching.
He'll have one more. Looks like Pulse is just going to miss. He's going to get detected, so they understand that Pulse is probably going to be vicinity of that objective somewhere. Yep, Habana knows. Just peeking, taking her time. IQ, trying to go around the front. Not really consolidating their push. It's alright, we'll see how this plays out. Fruity Nuts is going to pick up Habana. Last one's going to be left to IQ. IQ's going to have to understand that they're probably going to start a rush. I'm sure she already knows that. I don't have to say anything, but she's going to have to pick up the diffuser. Here goes Pulse, dropping IQ out in the backside. Well played. So, there's that defense by Evo. You see it's a strong, solid setup. They knew where they were going. They didn't pick up any ACOGs for that long bomb B defense, but obviously they didn't really need any of that. They were able to just hold down the cash room, prevent anybody from going upstairs, and then just worked them one at a time on the side.
And that's something that you really want to do early on in the round, especially as an attacker, is to get rid of the roam game, or at least minimize the roam game as much as you can. Because those late flanks, like we just saw, are super detrimental. And not even detrimental in the fact of kills, but in the matter of time. Just wasting, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but in game it actually is. And to even waste a minute or like a good 30 seconds off the end of that is just super big, because now the defense, well, not the defense, because now the attacking team,
I know what you mean.
now has to push in even harder.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I think I noticed that they picked up Twitch early, and it seemed like, I'm not sure who's usually playing Twitch. Maybe it was that Zy Gamer, and he seems to be doing pretty well for the team, picking up a good number of kills. He's leading the team for kills. He's actually tied first with Fruity Nuts on the opposite side too. But picking him up as the first kill with Twitch early, I think made a pretty big difference in their push. Once he went down, I'm sure there was a little bit of distraught talk between the team and a little bit of, now what? What are we going to do? Like, we got to look. We got to start coming up with some options that maybe didn't follow what course of action we had set with Zy Gamer leading the front. So it's definitely something to consider, look at as a team, evaluate processes and strategies, but we'll see how they adapt here as they go into the defense, trying to take this next round. So far, I think it's been all defense has won this. Looks like they're going to go, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to see Evo making the bomb B plant with Montaigne doing the quick plant. They're not watching. They're still setting up a defense. Look at that. You still have Mute set out there trying to set up the walls just outside the garage. I don't think they even understand that Montaigne's in there getting ready to cover for Habana as they plant. Yeah, they don't. And they have no smoke in there ready to stop that defuse. This is going to be something they're probably going to have to learn the hard way, and it's going to happen this round. They've sealed up their one and only flank. They got Fruity Nuts up top, dropping Ghost style as he tries to push up the stairs. Everybody's going to start rotating. You have a bunch of people. There you go. Pick up Montaigne. Got that shield out of the way. Here comes the second C4. He's going to put it through the door. Fruity Nuts is going to pick up the next kill. And then you got Deadly Gamers going down by Morphine. So right now we're looking at 3-on-3. They got time on the diffuser. Morphine's going to drop. Reaper, good pick up there. You got Lucas, look like he's going for the flank. Chrismo Yabar drops. And there you go. As Fruity Nuts picks up, Chrismo Ybarra goes down, and Lucas tries to do that flank with Sodi watching, though. So you go Sodi watching that flank as he jumps out. Here's that window break, quick pickup, drops any chance of the flank trying to disrupt the defuse. Yeah, that's going to be a tough lesson to learn. Hopefully they understand that that's a pretty common strategy to do a quick plant, especially on that bomb B site, and smoke, and I think even Legion could be useful in defending that one. And even Ella, really. I mean, anything to drop the Montaigne shield and get that from stopping your ability to deny the plant in that room. Anything you can do to stop that. And it didn't seem like they had much in terms of assets allocated to denying that defuse.
And now we just see Evolution just being, I think, overly aggressive. I mean, we're seeing spawn peeking, we're seeing quick plants, and this is because they know that they're ruining the mentality of T.P.G. They know at this point that, hey, these guys really think highly of us. We don't have to play us seriously because we put fear into them.
Yeah.
And just winning mentally over the team is just winning the battle.
Yeah, it is. And when the team starts getting down on their luck and understand that, like, man, it's gonna be harder than we thought, and they start thinking like that, then yeah, you start getting in their head, and it definitely affects the way they're playing. It's good to get the nerves out, you know, once the team kind of makes the first couple actions, they understand. But you see here, Cynical's trying to peek at an early pickup because they probably understand that that early pickup is changing everything about the way that the offense operates. So he looks like Ella's going to try and hold down the garage, conduct that early defense in the garage, maybe pick up a kill early on, find the diffuser, see what she can do there. But that's smart, putting Ella by herself there, using her Garmont mines to try and, you know, pick up anybody she can, assist her in her roam. They got to push, trying to push in through the kitchen. Smart, pretty common advance, especially if they can open that hatch. It allows them that access, especially late in the game, planting on bomb B. They might have got someone. Yep, Thermite got hit by the Legion mine. So now that can give them the information that they might need to understand where the attack's coming from. Looks like they're going to open this hatch. Good call there. Getting that opened early before anybody goes down. Following through Zygamers up front. As Blackbeard trying to find any roamers. Looks like the only roamer right now we see upstairs is going to be the Reaper. And he's just sitting in the garage and he's going to hold down the garage and probably just stand by for the late flank. Right now, it's the attacks kind of stalled out. You got Zygamer pushing by himself in the bar. Everybody else is focused on the kitchen pretty strongly. And if Reaper did the same thing he did last time, where he did that quick knockdown of that wall with the impact grenade, opened up that door and pushed through and just cleaned off everybody outside the kitchen, he'd definitely pick up Lucas, who's their Twitch. Might run some consequential actions later in the round. So here you go. You got Lucas inside. Zygamer's at least cleared out the bar. He knows that he's inside the objective. Got a couple action going on here between the two. Here we go. Ella's going to conduct her flank. She's pushing through. She understands the main body's pushing through one side. There she go. Picks up Twitch. Twitch left. Blackbeard's inside. There you go. Zygamer, Reaper picking up 2 kills right there early, late in the push. Drops the third one. Morphine's down. You got 2 more guys outside. He's looking around, waiting for the last 2 defenders. Both attackers are outside. The whole rest of the defense is going to be able to flank and push. They know where the attack is at. They know where they're located. They've stopped the main body. So now they've stopped all momentum. They have the diffuser upstairs. The kitchen's now secured, and they have it. They drop. Christomoya Bar is going to drop Fruity Nuts. And there you go. Deadly Zodiac's going to get him down. Probably doesn't understand he's down. Maybe he does. But the whole rest of the defense is going to be pushing outside. They're almost pushing on the attack now. So we're going to see the whole rest of this kind of just collapse as it comes in. Christomoya Bar, the last kill. Deadly Zodiac picking him up outside, just outside the construction site. Well played on the defense. The attack stalled out a little bit there at one point, and I think that kind of drew him into a hasty advance towards the late of the round. And that obviously showed when Reaper conducted his flank through the kitchen and picked up 3 kills almost sequentially. That really stalled everything, and then immediately turned the tides. And as soon as that happened, I think that brought the rest of the round in favor, almost 100% to Evo.
Yeah, just Reaper, that roam game, super strong, and just being able to slay out for his team. He's made it himself known as one of the strongest, if not the strongest player on Evolution right now. They rely heavily on him, and you could see that right now.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, the totals across the board. Fruity Nuts is obviously playing very, very well for his team. He understands what he needs to do, picking up those tight angles and those critical shootouts. But then we're looking also at Reaper, and with that last round, Reaper was really able to come through. He really held out in the garage, and I think he just sat there. You know, he just waited and was waiting for information from his team defending in the basement. They put all 4 guys down there, with the exception of himself, and then they just sat and they prepared, and they were just like, "Hey, as soon as we make this call, you're going to be pushing," and that's exactly what he did. He's like, "Hey, we let everybody go through." He let them right through their lines. Everybody pretty much consolidated right in the kitchen. There was no dispersion across the entire attacking team, and as soon as he was able to identify that, he picked himself up 3 kills right there inside the kitchen, and that completely halted any sort of advance from that point on. The attacking team was on the defense. See how they run Habana.
This is where we see T.P.G's mistake. They're not really droning for each other. They're not really working together anymore, and now they're just trying to go for kills at this point. They're not really trying to get the objective. They're just planting the bomb.
Right, and these are things that they're probably going to have to learn playing in more of a competitive environment, that you need to do things like droning on the regular. Like, you need to become very, very fluid and efficient at droning. That's almost your bread and butter as an attacking team, is really how successfully you can drone enemies, find where they're at, and then maintain that contact so you can continually feed where it is that the enemy's going to be pushing from. Looks like they're concerned about the ceiling. Not sure what Zodiac's going for there. He's just drawing some fire into the ceiling of the kitchen. Maybe looking for a camera? Could just be messing around, not sure. looks like we have 2 defenders downstairs. Zygamer's going to be conducting this kind of little movement up towards the garage, supply area. Oh, and Ghost Style's with him. Okay, so there we go. We got the 2 over there. Zygamer's looks like he's going to knock it out, trying to see the outside of the kitchen. Maybe he doesn't see everybody inside the kitchen. It's going to be big here. Deadly Zodiac with that Ying, flashing out the objective. They're going to get ready for a drop here. There you go. Drop onto the objective. Ying and Sodi are both inside. Sodi's probably going to go for the plant here in just a few moments as they secure this objective. Zygamer with the kill up top. Sodi and Reaper picking up 2 downstairs. Looks like Ghost Style from up top, and then Lucas Gamer. So both flankers are down. Looks like the rest of the defense is going to be located in the basement. Sodi's going to be waiting for the plant. He's going to make the plant as soon as he can. He's going to get picked up by the kill from up top. Deadly Zodiac going to pick up Zygamer, but Zygamer is critical. He dropped the diffuser. He was able to kill the diffusing player, and it's going to be going to Deadly Zodiac. Picked up the diffuser for his team, trying to run around. Now it's just him and Reaper as they go against Pulse and Bandit. Pulse looks like he makes a flank on Reaper. Reaper gets a quick drop shot, drops Morphine as he tries to do the flank on him. Last guy's Bandit, so they all 3 know that they have Bandit inside the church. He's going to pick up 1. Let's see if he can pick up a second against Reaper. And it's not going to happen. Reaper's going to pick up the final kill against Chris Moyer Jabbar. And it looks like that plant went down with the attack able to close in and pretty essentially cut off any sort of defense that they had. I think it was big that Pulse wasn't able to pick up that kill against Reaper. Reaper's able to pull that drop shot, quick flick on Pulse, and stopped getting killed there, because that would essentially put him in a 2-on-2 and really give the defense a chance. But good round. Evo takes it. Deadly Zodiac bringing an MVP for the team. Actually, with the second lowest number of kills, which is interesting to see. However, he does have the most assists, which is definitely good for the team. Puts the weight across everybody's shoulders. And it looks like Evo really spread out the heavy lifting for everybody. It was pretty fair across the board. And that's going to be something that I guess T.P.G is just going to have to get used to playing against more teams, and as they play more teams, they're going to get better. They're going to refine their strategies and really learn what it is they need to do to be successful in this league and against more competitive teams.
And just skill-wise, there was definitely a skill gap here. We saw that Evolution, looking at their ranks right now, they're platinums. Okay, they've been platinums for quite a while, if not really high golds, and they've been in the competitive scene for quite a while. They've been in the last 2 tournaments, I believe. And we see them starting to play like diamonds right now. And I don't think T.P.G really expected that. I think they expected just another ranked match, same settings, same everything, and they weren't really ready for, I guess, the sweat of Evolution.
Yeah, getting sweaty against a team that's obviously have a few games under their belt in the tournament. I think they have the second most points right now in terms of qualification points. So they're definitely right up there, right behind Team Pro, which is a very fluid and efficient team. So Evo is definitely well practiced. They know kind of what it's like to play in these games. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. It's just something that I think T.P.G is going to learn as they continue to play. Hopefully they can get a bunch more games under their belt. The first one being a loss isn't the best scenario, but it's definitely not anything detrimental. You know, just getting your foot in the door, understanding what it's like, these new settings, and the fact that you don't just lose in the first map. You actually have a second map, or a third map even, if it comes to it. You know, that you can prove yourself and stay in the game.
And we always welcome new teams to come back to get better for these reasons. Just because you lose your first qualification match doesn't mean it's the end. You know, you still get points for losing, yeah. But what I want to see from new teams is actually show a genuine interest in really improving your game sense.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. I know when we first started, everybody was, you know, real nervous. Everybody got super worked up. Everybody was real sweaty hands, all that kind of stuff, you know, when you play. And back when we used to do 1-round eliminations, it was pretty intense. Like, I just know your heart rate shot through the roof as soon as you started, because everything was on the line immediately. Like, there was no, you know, second chance. There was no second map. There was none of that tiebreaker. There's none of that. Proving yourself on one map, one time, it was a lot. So having these multiple options gives teams more practice and hopefully a better game sense of how these are going to be played, and they lose that nerve. You know, obviously it's going to happen for a game or two, but hopefully they don't continue to get nervous, and they can definitely ease up and, you know, get comfortable playing these kind of games.
Definitely. But as we close out these ending comments, we're actually going to end the live stream here momentarily. But like I said, just Evolution's a good team, and I'm actually glad that T.P.G went up against them first, not because of the fact that they got beat, but more of the fact that they got a sense of how competitive is going to play against one
Yeah.
of the better teams.
Right,
You
yeah,
know?
one of the more skilled and knowledgeable teams. Yeah, exactly. I agree completely. It's going to be good. They'll understand. They don't come into it with any false hope. They'll know that they definitely have to step up to the plate to earn a spot towards the finals of this tournament when it comes.
Yep, I completely agree.
Yeah.
But we are going to end the live stream, guys, so thank you for joining me and my co-host LTC Call Nightus from PTG, and we'll see you next time.
All right, take it easy, everybody.